Hello, traders. Steve Ganz here, and welcome back. Last week, I did an episode where I compared an iron butterfly to the Flyagonal trade. Now, the Flyagonal trade is a trade that I conceptualized, started testing back in 2024. I took it live in 2025. Right here on the screen are my live results trading this trade. Every single live trade I've made since August of last year through current, and this trade has performed extremely well. I used to trade a lot of iron condors, a lot of iron butterflies, and after I conceptualized this trade and figured out how to put two separate components together that you're going to see here in a few minutes, the Flyagonal is really the only thing I trade now. And there's three different variations of the Flyagonal. I'm going to share one of them with you here today. I've also shared them previously in this channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video showing you that video as well so that you can go study up on it a little bit more. So let's start by taking a look at the iron condor. So you'll notice that this is in SPY and it's 10 days to expiration. So this is a fairly standard iron condor setup. Some things that we can look at here is that my net credit is around $350. My max loss or max risk is $150. My max profit is the amount of credit I take in, and I would pocket that if I held this position at expiration. I want to be clear on all these trades that I'm sharing. I do not attempt to carry them to expiration. I'm usually in them to where I get about a 10-15% profit, and then I move out and move on to the next one. Now, we're going to see what both of those look like in that scenario, but this is the basic iron condor. Again, chance of profit on this particular one, 36%. We look at the break even, 724 to 741. So that's going to give me about 15, 16 points width that this break evens run here on this trade. So that's the basic iron condor configuration. We'll look at the Greeks on it in a minute. Right now, I just want to compare how the Flyagonal stacks up against those same stats. Now, the Flyagonal trade, which again, you're going to see in the video at the end here, that'll give you more description on this if you haven't seen it yet, but it has more legs. It has the iron butterfly component, which we see here. That's this tent right here. Then it also has a put diagonal. And the put diagonal is what's called a time spread. One of these legs expires later than the other. It's really important to note that. That is a key differentiator here, and that is what makes this trade so unique and so beneficial. Check out this little illustration of this trade, and it shows that theta bomb effect right there in the middle. That theta bomb is key, and it's what brings profitability to this trade faster. So now let's look at the stats on this Flyagonal trade in SPY. Same underlying SPY, same days to expiration, at least on most of the trade, 10 days to expiration. The net credit we're taking in is 442 versus 348. Again, not too important, quite frankly, because I'm not shooting for that amount of money. But what that does tell me is there's something more happening here. The max potential profit is higher. That means my theta decay is going to be larger and faster. Now, also look at our chance of profit. Our chance of profit here is 36%. Our chance of profit here is 45%. Look at the break evens. Here, we're 722 to 745. That's about 23 points wide. Over here, as I recall, we were about 15 points wide. So in other words, the market can wander in a much wider range, and I can still get profitability into this trade. Now, I want to come in and look at the Greeks on these two trades and see what these Greeks tell us. So if we look at the Greeks on both trades, I'm going to center this up a little bit here. We can see that our delta, again, not a big factor on delta, is around what I call delta neutral. Doesn't really make any difference. Either of these trades can be positioned in a way that they would be almost zero delta, slightly positive, slightly negative. When we're dealing with as wide of a range as we are here, I don't consider that to be a big factor. What I do consider to be a big factor, though, is theta decay. This is how much money is dripping out of this trade into my account. It's a theoretical number that happens on a daily basis, and that accelerates the closer you get to expiration. But the fact that the Flyagonal trade is almost double the amount of theta is a function of, yep, you guessed it, the theta bomb again. So that's what's so key about this trade and why it hits profit targets much, much faster than just a traditional butterfly or a traditional iron condor, which is what I used to trade all the time. Again, don't trade those at all anymore. Everything I trade is a Flyagonal variation for income purposes right now. Another key factor on this trade that's important to look at, check this out. This is negative Vega. This trade is positive Vega. So what does that mean in the real world? How is that going to impact my trade? Vega is essentially volatility. And when our markets go down, what happens to volatility? Volatility increases. So let's take a look at these two trades. Let's move them out a few days into the trade. And let's just say we've been in both of these trades, maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days or so. Let's take these out to May 15th, right around mid AM. Let's get this one out there to the same May 15th and somewhere right around that mid AM range. I'm not going to be super precise on these. It won't matter that much. But we get these both out. We're in the trade a couple days. And let's say we get a big down move in our market. Volatility spikes at that point. Our market goes down, volatility goes up. So what happens when volatility goes up on the Condor? Oops, that's a problem. Let's say volatility goes up to 25 here. So we're right in the center of the tent still. We're right under this structure. Everything should be hunky-dory. This trade is not doing well. Now, our break-evens didn't change. The outside of this tent is still the same. Our wings, if you will, or the range that the trade can play in is the same. Now, I want to look at what happens on the Flyagonal trade. So we come over here, we move implied volatility. Let's move it up to that same 25%. Watch what happens to this tent. I want you to specifically look at where the break-evens are, and let's see what happens when volatility increases over here. So I move this up to 20. Let's see, we went to 25% over here. Let's move it up to 25% over here. We move this up to 25%. Look at what happened in this trade. It widened out significantly. Our break-evens now are much, much wider in this trade. In fact, if we come take a look here, we can see that our break-evens are now almost 40 points wide. So our break-evens expanded during that process. Now, that will not always happen. I want to be clear on that. What's happening here is that all options modeling software models that the volatility on both of these different dates increases at the same amount. Doesn't always happen that way, but it happens that way often enough. That is a huge factor in this trade. And when it does happen, it basically saves you from potentially having to do some down adjustments. Now, any options trade may require adjusting, but you'll see on the stats right here, this trade, for 70% of the time, has not required any adjusting. So that's very nice for me as a trader. I don't have to pay as close of attention to it, and I don't have to be worried too much if our market moves down and volatility expands. This trade does a little bit of that adjusting automatically for me. So that's why I really like the Flyagonal trade. It has been a huge game changer in my trading. And this next video will show you a little bit more about this basic variation of the Flyagonal. So check that out, and thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.